Hai udah nyari yang kasih here and welcome back for some blank dream ya. Sekarang kita buka ending 3. Ending 3 itu kata walkthrough-nya bilang view all three of your Taurus mirrors but not all of Yuzu. Jadi di sini ini aja yang atas ya. Taruh mirror udah ada 2, tinggal satu lagi. Ini all of Mysterious mirrors broken. Jadi kebutuhan pertama itu udah dipecahin semua, jadi tinggal kesini kan. Terus satu lagi mirror yang satu lagi ada di Realm of Beauty with the lantern at strong. Realm of Beauty itu yang mana? Realm of Blood, iya. Realm of Love, Realm of Death, mati terus ya, bener seperti namanya. Realm of Greenery, Realm of Beauty, oh ya ini. Go down the fireplace in black paint room in the realm of beauty with lantern at strong. Jadi ini ganti dulu lanternnya ke strong gitu ya. Strengthen. Dah. Yang mana sih? Saya aja nggak inget. Oh ya, ini tuh berarti ada room apa, itu berarti room yang buat lupa. Room yang apa? Ada kaca di situ. Ada cermin. Go down the fireplace black. Yang black. Kita dapat black yang mana sih? Saya lupa. Oke, sekali lagi lanternnya di strong. Jadi kalau merah itu berarti punya Ryotaro. Kalau merah itu punya Yuzu. Black yang mana sih yang black? Oh iya, kalau nggak salah emang ada yang kosong ya. Iya, lupa itu juga. Atau ruangan sebelah sana ya. Saya ngapain saya pakai yang 3? Nggak ada ini ya. Ya udah nggak apa-apa lah. Jadi save-nya tinggal ke yang 1, sama-sama aja. Kayak yang ini gitu kalau nggak salah. Bukan ya? Bukan. Ini nih. Coba. Lantern, strengthen. Nah, sebelumnya kan enggak. Ini mungkin misteri key-nya. Iya, benar. What? Kok suara 3 kali gitu? Oke. 1 ya. Ending 3. Jadi ini ending 3, ending 2, ending 1 gitu. Jadi ini ending 3 dulu. Nah. Ryotaro wajahnya. The mirror shows Ryotaro's reflection. It doesn't seem to change as much as Mishiro looks. Ini teddy bear. Ya, teddy bear biru. Ini kita langsung ke Ryotaro buat nge-unlock ending 3-nya. Semoga gak ada yang ngejar sih. Nggak sih harusnya mah. Ini udah jadi room mati gitu, karena udah eventnya udah kelewatan semua. Harusnya. Hey, another of my mirror? The third one. I sense the big things coming. Right then, let's go. Sorry to trouble you, but leave me there. Sip. Lagunya agak mirip lagu apa gitu. Ini keyboard saya ZXY-nya agak bermasalah gara-gara kemarin ketumpahan Yakult. Tuh, kalau ketumpahan air doang mah nggak masalah. Ini Yakult, jadi lengket, udah dibersihin, cuman masih ada sedikit, kayaknya nanti besok dibersihin lagi sekali lagi. The mirror shows Ryotaro's reflection. A bit different from other mirrors. Strange place too, reaching the critical moment, perhaps. You look this place by yourself? Boy, you're strong. I mean it, deeply. But strength isn't the same as never fatiguing. No, save it for later. First, to look at this mirror. Okay. Oh, she just looks like you when you were a kid. But at the same time, much too cute for that. It's fine. You're a good guy. I'm sure somebody like you is just the guy to help my glum daughter. Okay, now let's go. The west building, right? The smoke's already up on this floor. It's no good. The stairs are too hot to approach. Oh, kebakaran kayak ini. Cruel fate. Will it ends like this? Will anything resolve with my family? I'm sorry, Chika. Mishiro. So I'll never get to meet Michelle. I'm sure she'll grow to be far prettier than Sis. I really wanted to have that chance. It's really not anything lewd, but I just see such beauty there. See, I remember it all. How I died, my wish, and all the rest. I see now. Admirable tenacity. If I say so myself, I'm a bit tired. Feels like more information overload than the previous mirrors were. Once I've got it, once I've got it sorted out, I'll talk about things to do with you and what I know. I'm sure that's simply my duty. Oh, are you planning to go on ahead? If you are, I'll accompany you. A good uncle should protect girls, you know. Bisa lanjut. Oh, coba. View all three of you mirrors, but not all of you, Zuya. Entering the big door to hear Rinzo's story about oh gitu. Ya ya, berarti benar harus lanjut dari sini. Let's go. Open the large door. Bukannya deng 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 gitu di. Okay. Oh, is that Grandpa? You Rinzo? Once there was a painter. He was known as the Magenius, Rinzo Sui. Rinzo's art was highly esteemed and sold for high price. He had stages and wealth. Grandpa, what are you doing? What are you talking about? And why are you here? Wait, look closely. I don't think he can hear us. Soon, Rinzo married a woman. They had a son, named Shinji. Rinzo preached the beauty of art to his wife and child, but they showed no interest in it. Rinzo's wife did not see his art, only the price attached. Shinji, too, was without her practically. So it was only natural that Rinzo formed a relationship with a servant showing true interest in art. Oh. When Shinji was 8, Rinzo and the servant had an illegitimate child. Her name was Tamaki. Rinzo kept Tamaki hidden from his wife and Shinji, managing two families. But between Shinji, who cares not at all of the art, and Tamaki, who adored it like her mother, Rinzo's affection went toward Tamaki. That came to an end shortly after Shinji went to college. When Tamaki's existence came to light, Rinzo offered his wife consolation as us and divorced her. Shinji, already grown, kept the name Uzui, a wise choice. He knew how to make a living. Some time passed after that, when Tamaki, who Rinzo adored as a daughter and a student, turned 18, Rinzo made the biggest mistake of his life. He adored his daughter Tamaki, so he had a child with her. Tamaki and her mother left Rinzo. They refused even money. Tamaki seemingly birthed and raised the child, but who knows the details? Rinzo was unable to hear of it. Near 20 years passed, blah blah kelewat. Shinji was the eldest son of the Usui family, yet set to inherit this fortune. But thinking of it all as a final atonement, Rinzo passed on leaving a will to give it all to Tamaki, the inheritance. So the boss was disputing with Tamaki over it. That man's soul is now bound here. Unlike the other souls, the world is forcing him to be here. Only the creator of the world knows why. But it seems some dead fellow has business with me. But very well. To face my sin eternally is an appropriate afterlife for me. That soul. Sorry for the long story. Visitors are rare. I can see or hear you, but I know you're there. Be well, dead one and soul. Let's go. There's nothing more here. Wow. Well, that was pretty deep actually. So we return to the usual place. Especially after Rindo's story. I need to talk to you. Okay. So that is... Yo. Got it. Alright, let's begin. First off, Mishiro, I think you can probably open this big door now. Had a problem opening the same kind of door earlier. Surely you can open this one if you want it. Before that, listen to what I have to say now that I've got my memories back. I'm Yotaro Sengoku, younger brother of Chika Usui, Mishiro's mother, and subordinate to her dad, Shinji Usui. Okay. I know about you a while back from a New Year's card she sent me. To be honest, I found you cute. Not exactly a romantic thing, of course. I was captivated by your talent and beauty, I suppose. But when I asked my boss about you, I learned you'd been glum and moping as of late. And I don't know why. You injured someone in middle school, and she's kept you shackled ever since. That's right. My boss invited me over to your house, and I was honestly, nih ceweknya parah. It made me sad to imagine such a beautiful girl moping around. His eyes without a second of hesitation. No fucking fun now. It's the end. Huh? But I died before it happened. We got caught in a fire in a building at work. A fire. Yes, I was with your father. After that, well, it even kind of surprised me. Partly by will, I became a soul, and flew around to where you were, apparently. So for a year or so between my death and yours, my spirit was sort of haunting you. What? Oh, but I was hardly even conscious of anything. I just vaguely know that's what happened. For you see, ever since I saw your photo, I considered you someone beautiful and worth protecting. So even through that, I had a wish of getting to talk to you at least once. So that was your wish. So it was. Thus, it's been granted. By following you, I wound up in this world, and in this world, my unrealized wish come true. So what's next, I wonder? Looks like it's this. Your body. Not sure if I ascend or go to Fogin or what, but it says goodbye. Mishiro, the harsh circumstance you've had and the fact that you're dead now, I don't feel like it's irrelevant to me. I can't say don't blame your parents. But I just want you to know I can't force you to understand or sympathize, but just know. Your father worried over and regretted how he was spending less time with you. He wasn't just waiting you and the inheritance on a scale. Your mother was working with your father to obtain proof that the Usui fortune belonged to them. Maybe she failed to control her strength properly, maybe she wasn't calm, but she had no ill will, I'm sure. I'm sure after the boss and I died, she endured the sorrow of losing a husband and brother and fought to her family. Your father and mother might have been clumsy, but they weren't cold-blooded. I just want you to know that. It's probably too late to say now, though. Alright, one last thing. There are people who value you. There are people who be sad about your death. It may be a bit warped, admittedly, but I'm one of them. The world's not that much of a disappointment, you see. So I've done my best to encourage you. Ryotaro left. If you're really telling me that, then where should my wish to erase my existence go? Ya. Belum itu masih gantung ya. Quite a deep story actually. Oke, yang atas ya. Ya ini langsung ke sini. Yap. Mungkin ada yang beda di sini ya, saya nggak tahu. Kita coba aja. Tuh. Hey, Ayato, why are you here? Because the soul is necessary for granting your wish. Hello me, so you successfully broke all the mirrors, your wheels. Ini sama kayaknya mah. This mirror, hold domination. This is girl, mirror lake, bla 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 bla. Sama. Saya baca cepat aja ke ini ya. Include the tail, unable to achieve this goal, yeah. Of course, it was someone long before you, first person who come this world, yeah. Sama, paling pas beda saya ini aja biar nggak ngabisin waktu. Looking back and past and erase it, but it's really right to just make it so I never exist. Thinking back, it was a boring life. I wouldn't say it was entirely devoid of enjoyment, but if you ask whether I'd live the same life again, I'd absolutely refuse, without a doubt. In fact, if I had to say, I've come to hate it all. I wish my life never even exists. And yet, I learned how my dad gave the clumsy as there were, and I know there's a person who valued me, going so far as come to this world to encourage me. Can I make that something that never happened? Di sini suruh tulisnya jangan. Itu bagian yang bedanya. Jadi karena ada pamannya di situ dan si pamannya udah memang dia nggak pernah sekalipun ketemu dengan Mishiro, tapi dia pengen ngobrol sekali aja katanya, tapi gagal karena kantornya kebakar dan ada ayahnya juga di situ. I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. That secret distress, Mom's painful effort, even Ryota's unusual concern of me, I can just make it all be gone. That's not my wish anymore. I'm really sure about that. Whatever you think, whatever you know, it won't actually change the harsh reality. Are you still giving up your wish? I am. See, I, the mirror world, accept abandoning the wish. Its reason for being ends here. This world can vanish, then ruler's wish is granted. Or they abandon it will clear intent. It won't be left up in the air like it had been. So will everyone here vanish, except for you, Mishiro. To get straight to the point, you're not dead yet. Your soul has left your body, of course, but your body isn't actually dead. You drowned yourself, but as it happened, a passerby found you. They called it in right away, and then, though unconscious, you were safe. It was a failed attempt. Mishiro, when your soul leaves here, it'll be forced back into your body. But what you've done in this world won't be written off. The memories you erased by breaking the mirrors won't come back to you when you return to life. You didn't actually carry out your wish, so the actual past isn't gone, but your memories of it are. Maybe you remember talking with me a bit, but things like meeting me at the lake. Are you still prepared to leave this place? Can you live in the world you're giving up on living once before? I will live, because I'm not dead yet. For you protecting me, and what this world has given me, I want to give it another try. See, there's a relief then. I'm not scared of anything without getting my wish, because my wish coming true would just free me from this world. But now all the souls will be freed, right? That's a happy thing for me. I'll be sure of that. Mishiro, leave incense of something at my grave. I think of it like in saying hi. Okay, I'll be sure to find your grave. These 7 years and it ends like this, as long as the ruler is satisfied. I suppose. Will the one who created this world go to heaven too? Not sure about heaven or hell, but they'll be free from this world to go where they go. Kayaknya sih dengkotnya si kakeknya yang bikin worldnya. Sampai sekarang ya, sampai informasi sekarang. Jadi dikunci dan gak bisa ngapa-ngapain, terus si Mishiro yang lanjutin. Berarti mungkin wishnya tentang Mishiro kayaknya, kakeknya itu. Sampai segitu ya, lanjutin aja dulu. I say ruler, but you're more of an usurper. Tuh, seperti penerus. I'm a little scared about how much I'll forget, but I won't lose to my time in this world, and I won't ever wish to erase the events to come. It's time to go. 18 menit ternyata, lumayan lama. After that, I regained consciousness in a hospital bed. Apparently, I really had been safe, and my soul returned safely from the mirror world. My mother was there, looking at me in my way I felt she hadn't in years. Mishiro, you're awake? Thank goodness. If I had lost you too, I'm sorry. I drove you to this, didn't I? My mother was shocked by suicide attempt and apologized for her harsh discipline. My head felt very hazy. I only remember that she was my mother, who became very strict at some point. It took a lot just to recognize that as real. And as I thought about it, fear and unease toward my mother came up from the gaps in my memory. But it's okay. Ryutar had told me about the pressure on the Uzuis and how that had taxed my mother's mind. Now that I was able to accept that, it was easy to hold my mother's hand. Bagus harusnya kalau jangan cuma teks putih doang tapi ada artnya di belakang mungkin. Tapi mungkin susah kan dia gambarnya. Gak apa-apa. My brain had severe memory loss, and I could no longer remember many past events. Kan di tes ceritanya itu juga, ketika mirrornya pecah itu memorinya hilang. I remember Ayato was someone important to me, but I had no concrete memories of him. But I distinctly remember talking in the mirror world and felt considerable warmth from that alone. I clearly remember Yuzo and Ryotaro too, and I probably only met them in the mirror world. Ultimately, my mother gave out on the inheritance, and we live in a simple life together. Things are a little strict at my high school, but I think I can handle it now. After that, this is the worst I've come to after many shortcuts and detours. Okay, I better go to bed. I have school tomorrow, and tonight I hope to have good dreams. So itu ending 3 harusnya. Oke, saya takutnya copyright, jadi saya pause dulu sebentar. Ketemu lagi setelah lagunya kelar. Mungkin ada tulisan ending berapa gitu. Ending 3, small happiness. This too is a proper ending. Oke, kembali lagi ke title screen harusnya. Oke, let's go next ending. Mulai dari sini. Jadi kalau Yuzo's Mirror baru 1, kan kita baru tahu bahwa dia suka sama cewek juga kelihatannya gitu ya. I only like girls ya. I mean probably just happen to fall for girl first. I mean I don't think you're kinda cute too. Jadi Yuzo's Mirror di sini butuh silver key, terus ability to adjust the entrance light from realm of death. There's a silver doll in the room of junk where you got the hammer in realm of love. Jadi kita ke realm of love. Yang mana ke realm of love? Saya tidak tahu. Greenery, beauty, spirit, realm of blood. Ini yang love ya. Yap. Oh, yang ini. Ya. Saya sempat cobain kesini juga. Yang ruangannya bingung. Ini. Ini. Cuman saya nggak tahu harus kemana. Oke. Baca dulu. Weaken the lantern to find direction. Top left. Oh, weaken. Coba. Oke. Apa bedanya? Oh, ini terusan top left on the right, bottom left on the right. Top left on the right. Oh ya, yang kanan belah top left. Terus bottom left on the left. Oh ya, yang gede. Ini ada 4 nih. Nah ini top left. Terus kalau bottom left berarti yang ini ya. Paling ujung belah sini. Oh, that's different. Kayaknya beda nggak? Oh enggak ya? Sama aja deh. Saya salah baca ini. Oh, top left on the right, bottom left on the left. Oh, salah. Benar. Salah ininya. Top left on the right, bottom left on the left. Oh, ini berarti top left on the right itu yang ini. Nah, terus ini ujung bawah. There we go. Oke, ini terangin lagi mungkin. Oh nggak ada bedanya ya kesini. Dan mukanya Yuzo's reflection. Baik lagi. Begitulah caranya. Oke, baik lagi. Please, jangan ada yang aneh-aneh lagi. Serem saya. Bisa cuma sekali. Hai, Mbak, nemu Mbak. What? Menemui mirrors? No. Wow, 2 in such a short time. Leave me there right away. If we're together, even those realms won't scare me. Oke. Let's go. Kita cuma punya waktu 5 menit lagi, nggak apa-apa, dilanjutin ini aja. Ini cutscene rada ini. Top left, on the left. Terus ini Sip. Mirror shows Yuzu's reflection. Okay, think I'm getting used to this now. This mirror's got my past, my memories. I'm thinking should they show my wish with something to do with my wish? If looking in the mirrors might tell my wish, I'm excited but a little scared at the same time. 7 years ago, Mirror Lake. 7 tahun lalu ya. Very unset, Utsuro? Sunset is a twitching hour. This moment's beauty comes from it being when the sun dies. Even though we see the sun for 12 hours a day, we always forget its beauty. I guess. But I like the sun in the day too. You're positive about everything you do. It's been a year getting to know Utsuro. I still haven't been able to tell her how I feel, but we're together as best friend, a bunch. Of course, I still like her romantically, but just spending time together with period is nice. Twilight in the how to read that saying at a fair course thing. It's neither day or night, and people spend it preparing for a calming night. Twilight isn't watch and enjoy, it's just empty and hollow, much like my name. Is the sunset making you sentimental? I think Utsuro is a great name. Great name? I hate it. To be called hollow feels more like a denial of my existence. Now I like how it feels as translucent. Match your mysterious air too. Isn't that so? Yuzo, I'm a person who shouldn't exist in this world. What's this now? Just for the fact I'm alive is a mistake. My existence is a cluster of sin. You mean like original sin? Did you ever tell me you were Christian, Utsuro? I don't mean anything like that. In a more concrete way, I shouldn't exist. I don't get what you're saying, Utsuro. I mean, isn't shouldn't exist real extreme? We get along so well. If you didn't exist, what would I do? If, hypothetically, I were to die soon, then you should forget about me. Oh. I could only blankly listen to Utsuro, those whose words felt so disconnect from reality. It was as if Utsuro saw something different, and I couldn't perceive things the same way. Masih ada misteri tentang cewek yang ini ya, yang disukai sama si Yuzu ini. Yeah, I remember. Even as I got closer to her, Utsuro was a strange girl, though that was charming in a way. Most of my memories of Utsuro are back now, and now I know these are important memories to me. I still can't remember up to my death, but it seems I've remembered something precious to Yuzu Hanasaki. And it's thanks to you, Mr. Ra. Really, thanks a lot. I know, take this. Mystery key, another mystery key. I picked up that earlier, but I don't know how to use it. I'm sure it'll be useful to you somewhere. Maybe. Okay, let's return. Tell me if there is anything else. Lokasinya sih sudah tahu, ide yang Realm of Death itu kan kita ingat ada satu ruangan lagi. Saya AFK dulu sebentar. Kita ketemu lagi, kembali lagi nanti setelah saya AFK. Bentar. Oke. Mirror ketiga. Go down the fireplace in the room where you got match in the Realm of Death. Oh, yang itu. Ingat sih itu mah. Di sini ya, Realm of Death. Masalahnya ketika kesini itu masih ada nggak ya makhluk shadow itu? Saya nggak tahu. Cek aja dulu. Nggak ada ya? Nggak ada kayaknya. Udah. Ush. Nah, di sini ada fireplace. Turun. Nah, mystery key yang dikasih sama Yuzu dipakai di sini. Sip. Ini dia ending canon yang dari Shiro. Sip. Dan ini the teddy bear stares with round eyes. Kawaii. The mirror shows Yuzu's reflection. It doesn't seem to change as much as Mishiro looks. Baiklah. Kalau begitu. Kayaknya memang udah nggak ada ya makhluk yang shadownya. Soalnya ketika kita pulang dari situ kita harus bawa apa? Harus bawa Yuzu ke sini. Kalau masih ada shadownya kan nggak lucu. Masih harus sembunyi-sembunyi atau lari-larian gitu. Oke, ini masih belum ketahuan Cuman kalau ini kan di yang kedua, ini right away. Kalau dari si yang Rotaro kan ketika dapat yang kedua itu tuh langsung tahu ini pamannya gitu. Begitu kan. Kalau di sini masih belum ketahuan koneksinya kemana dan matinya kayak gimana gue belum tahu. Kalau mati sih di ending 3 baru ketahuannya ya. Pas yang ini nih, ending 3, mirror ketiga maksudnya. Oke. Nah, itu dari Discord ya. The mirror shows user's reflection. Seems a little different from the others, like the atmosphere and the area. I never would have found this place myself, even after literal years. Jadi dia itu mati bertahun-tahun lalu dan udah ada di sini duluan. Tapi dia mentok di sini dan kayaknya butuh Mishiro kan, butuh karakter utamanya buat ini. Look, let's get the chatter. I'm just too worked up. Let's go for it. See what they got in here. Sama ya. Oh ini pas matinya kayaknya. If hypothetically I were to die soon, then you should forget about me. Oh itu yang pasti itu yang ngomong ya. A few days ago, the body of Usuro Hinohara was found in the Mirror Lake. Oh wait. Apa yang 1 tahun beda setahun itu ya, coba ya terusin dulu aja. Why did Usuro? No, it hasn't been enough. We didn't spend enough time together. Has Hanasaki seemed gloomier lately? I mean, she got along with Hinohara, so I can understand being depressed, but it's not that kind of gloominess. It's like the local library isn't enough. They don't have books in this stuff I need. Science, necromancy, it all lacks credibility. I don't want this fake occult nonsense. Yuzo, have you been going to class? If I open the gate this way. Today marks a year to the day. Wait for me, Usuro. I've been studying up this past year. And now, I'm going to meet you. Ya bener. Jadi yang meninggal itu dua cewek yang meninggal dengan beda 1 tahun tapi harinya sama itu mereka berdua. I remember it all, how I died, my wish, and everything else. Of course, there's no such thing as black magic. I must have been on the brink, huh? I'm kind of exhausted getting all those memories dumped on me. Once I've sorted things out some more, I'll tell you my history and wish. Nishiro, oh, you going up ahead? Take me with you if you do. I feel like there's something very important to this world up ahead. Siapa yang sekarang ada di sini? Kakinya juga? Atau bapaknya? Open the large door. Okay. Someone's there. You are... Once, there was a painter. He was known as the mad genius, Rinzo Usui. You know my grandpa? Wait, mister, it's just like... Maybe she isn't aware of us? Rinzo had a wife, but he also had a relationship with a servant. With his wife, he had a child, Shinji. With the servant, he had a child, Tamaki. Rinzo's 2 children, born with different mothers. Tamaki was the illegitimate child of... Rinzo's affection was often directed at Tamaki, who did have interest in the arts. Tamaki learned art from Rinzo and, given deep love, grew in the shadow of the Usui family. But these irregular days could last. When Tamaki turned 12, Rinzo's wife learned of her existence. Rinzo divorced his wife, but gave Tamaki and her mother the same love as ever. Thus far, no tragedy had occurred. But when Tamaki turned 18, Rinzo made an unforgivable mistake. He had a liaison with Tamaki, his own daughter, and impregnated her. Tamaki was deeply wounded and feared Rinzo, and with her mother she fled from him. But the child she bore had done no wrong, so he decided to bury the child of her father. So Tamaki had a daughter between parent and child. Tamaki thought she couldn't live a normal happy life, but luckily 2 years later, she had a proper marriage. Safely having a son with her husband, Tamaki began to get back on her feet. However, she never truly did. The mental wounds Tamaki had suffered went up deeper than she imagined. When her now grown daughter with Rinzo began doing art at school, Tamaki's old wounds, it gave her a flashback of Rinzo, of that fear he had of him. Tamaki struggled to give her the affection. It took all she had not to take out negative emotions on her. Tamaki's mind quickly crumbled under the weight. And one day, Tamaki killed her daughter. Tamaki fell to peace. She came to feel an animosity not only toward Rinzo, but all the Uisuis. Unable to see any hope ahead, she fell upon the despair behind. Rinzo died of a natural cause a few years later, and while he had the right to his inheritance, they refused to take it. She wouldn't even let it go to their eldest son, Shinji. Then at last, Tamaki, who had kept living despite having broken long ago, met her end. When she learned the son he had with her husband was becoming friends with Shinji's daughter, even Tamaki tried to take out Shinji's daughter, the Uzui who dared come near her son. But when she drove madly down the road to kill her, she ran over her son by mistake. Tamaki realized that this was the end, so she took her own life to escape her despair. No way. That's so messed up. That woman's soul is now bound here. Unlike the other soul, the world is forcing her to be here. Tamaki's soul is now bound in that, so that she can escape, but must face the facts. This is surely my punishment. I've gone in for a while. I can see or hear you, but I know you were there. I don't know who you are, but go now. Let's go, Mishiro. We shouldn't stay here any longer. Okay. Apa mind blow ya kasarnya tuh. Okay. Should we return to the usual place? With Tamaki's story, I've realized something. Nah, ini dia. Listen to Yuzu. Okay, let's get started. First, Mishiro, I think you can open this big door here. You opened a similar door earlier, right? I bet you can open this one too, if you try to. So before that, listen. Who's this? Get out! Don't meddle anymore. Oh, ini punya yang sebelumnya. Get back my world. Watch out! Oh, why? Yuzu? Oh, ini. This works just fine. You listen to this too. I'm Yuzu Hanasaki, a middle schooler who committed suicide at 15 at Mirror Lake. The reason I killed myself was, to put it bluntly, to meet a girl I love. Someone had killed her at Mirror Lake. It made me extremely sad. Someone had killed her. Bukan bunuh diri ya. So I read all these books on black magic and killed myself to go to the afterlife. To die at the same place exactly a year later. It said that it would work. Is that wound okay? Don't worry about me. It doesn't really matter now. I think it's a different afterlife than what the book meant, but ultimately I came to this world. But it seems there was something to be gained here. That girl, she always said, she was someone who shouldn't have existed. Always found it weird and wonder why it was, but I found out now. She was a burn between a girl and her own father, between Tamaki Hirohara and Shinzo Uzui. Gitu ya. Jadi kakeknya kan yang punya anak illegitimate katanya gitu ya. Terus anaknya mungkin bisa dibilang diperkosa sih ya. Punya anak lagi dan itulah temennya dia. Gitu. Her very birth was taboo. Isn't that right, Tsuro? Yuzu, leave this world. Can she not talk like she wants to? She doesn't need to, I know. Because I've always known Utsuro. Thank you, Mishiro. Because of you, I could get back my memories and my wish. And I learned about Utsuro's birth and that. My wish has to meet Utsuro one more time. It's come true, finally. Your body, Yuzu. I've done what I need to do in this world, so I'm satisfied. Feels like it's taken so long, but Utsuro was here before I was. I don't know what kind of wish you had, Utsuro, but considering your birth and death, I'm sure it's not something simple. I hope it comes true. And I'm glad that even if you like that now, you can still recognize me. Sorry for digging you into your past. Waktunya tuh sebenarnya terlalu short. Ryotaro pengen ngomong baru bentar udah hilang. Dan Yuzu cuma pengen ketemu sama dia sekali lagi udah langsung hilang. She's been there for much longer than us and finally got her wish granted. Must be satisfied, I guess. Her wish. Dia juga punya wish, makanya dia unlock di sini. And my wish. Wait, Utsuro, is it so like us, I wonder? Somehow, I get a feeling she was a close connection to this world. Maybe the answer is behind this door. Nah, buat yang true endingnya saya pakai ending ini saja. Soalnya kalau pakai ending yang Ryotaro harus buka 2 kali. Jadi saya buka dari sini buat ending 1 ya, ending utama. Kesini dulu, ending 2. Open this large door. Let's open it. Masih ya. So you book or the mirage will come to in this one sama. Once the desert girl wish at Mirror Lake, I wish my life had never been existed. Sekarang kita udah tahu itu siapa. It was a very strong wish and fulfilled with this mirror world was created dan bapak ibunya ditahan. Kasarnya gitu. It was the more solitary lesser wish. The other soul just extra drawn to it. Begitu. Jadi sekarang kita udah tahu kan 2 itu siapa. Jadi kita ngebuka endingnya dengan cara yang bener sih. Jadi ada yang baru tiap kita buka gitu. Double to achieve goal, ya bener. What's that girl? Utsuro Hinohara. Yes, she wanders this world even now. It seems seeing Yuzu's elected some change, but still a long way from regaining her memories. Belum. Utsuro, sister. Several years later, a girl threw herself into the lake. Amazingly, she had the same wish as the word creator. Saya lupa ini tuh adiknya. Sister kan bilangnya. She had the same wish as the world's creator, so that this world could complete its duties, choose a new soul to control it, and so, since you carried the same wish, you became the new ruler. Ya, sama. I was made the ruler of this world. Sama. It's not over just this boy soul seperti. Ya, benar. Di sini sudah nanti ada pilihan jawabannya I won't grant my wish. Jadi selamatkan. You should suffering. This is really you just make it so I never exist. Thinking back was a boring life. Sama. Absolutely refuse to adapt. In fact, I have to say I've come to hate it all. But seeing Yuzu and Utsuro, I had a thought. If Utsuro's life had never existed, what would become of Yuzu's feelings? Desperately turning to black magic, killing herself and wandering this world for years, all to finally realize her wish to meet her again. What would become of that? I have the same wish as Utsuro, and I won't grant my wish. I won't do it. I can't do it anymore. For every mirror I broke, I vanished from the list of people I knew, and I also vanished from Ayato's world. But when did Ayato die for? What did Damaki step on the accelerator for? If it were just me, then fine, but to control the feelings of people around me, I have no right. That's not my wish anymore. Really sure about this? Whatever you think, whatever you know, it won't actually change everything. If giving up your wish, See, mungkin sama ini ya. Accept abandoning the wish, reason to being ends here. This world or vanish. This world can vanish when the ruler's wish is granted, or they abandon it with clear intent. Will be left in the air like it had been. So everyone here vanished except for you. You're not dead yet. Sama. Mungkin pas bangunnya beda. I believe. Because I'm not dead yet. Don't worry about me. I want my life to have never exist. Whatever the reason for it, it's not a happy wish. And you realize it, that's a big deal. I made it. You got back on your feet instead of falling into darkness. Somehow it, well, makes me happier than anything. Well, I'm gonna retire ahead of you. Gonna see what things are like in heaven. I'm sure I'll go there, Yotaro. Gee, 7 years and it ends like this. As long as the ruler is satisfied, I suppose. Will Utsuro go to heaven too? Not sure about heaven or hell, but she'll be free from this world to where she goes. That's good. I say ruler, but you're more of an usurper, technically. I'm a little scared about how much I'll forget, blah blah blah. Jadi saya mikirnya itu kan yang punyanya si kakeknya tadi kan, bukan yang punya, jadi bisa dibilang apa ya, sepupu mungkin. Apparently have been space and was all returned safely to the mirror. There's a woman I didn't know beside me. Mishiro, you're awake? Who are you? My brain had suffered memory loss, and I could no longer remember many past events. I couldn't remember my supposed mother at all. All I had left was a faint unease toward my mother, as well as the desperate expression made by the woman I woke up beside when she heard that. I remember Ayato was someone important to me, but I had no concrete memories of him. But I distinctly remember taking in the mirror ward and felt considerable warmth from that alone. I clearly remember Yuzu and Ryotaro too. I probably only met them in the mirror ward. Ini lupa ya. Ini beda nih. Mishiro Usui, is it? Hello, I'm Seiichi Hirohara. A few days after I left the hospital, a man came to visit me. His last name sound familiar. Could you be Ayato's? Yes, thank you for getting along with Ayato, bapaknya. Seiichi Hirohara was Ayato's father. Which means he was the one who married Tamaki, and he was the father who Utsuro grew up with. Don't worry too much about your mother. When the woman calling herself my mother learned I had no memory of her, she vanished. I lacked any real sense of being my mother, so it meant relatively little to me. It will be a wrong story, but I have a wife and 2 children, but none of them are left. They're all passed away, and you are alone again also. Istrinya juga udah gak ada, dia sendiri kan. Did you know where you're going to live now? No, paying tuition seems impossible, so I think I'll have to drop out and work. See, Mishiro, will you let me adopt you? Huh? We both tried souls who've lost everything. You got along with Ayato, so we're not total strangers. And you remind me of my daughter a bit, but maybe that's just wishful thinking. Won't you give it some thought? But if it's good. And so I began a new life as Mishiro Hinohara. I'm taking new steps in the same house where Ayato and Utsuro once lived. It was a strange kind of change, but Seiichi is a very gentle person. He's taking up art again and has been teaching me between studies, dreaming of seeing the world that Ayato did, catching up the days I've lost. Once more, I let my brush run free. Kita biarin ini dulu seperti biasa. Okay. Ending 2, Mobius Strip. Someday history might repeat. Oke, 2 ending dulu ya. Jadi masih ada 1 ending lagi, cuma dipisahin soalnya nanti Mungkin kita cuma buka satu ending, tapi dari situ saya harus jelasin semuanya kan, dari awal sampai akhir gitu. Jadi yang itu juga kayaknya bakal panjang, mungkin bisa sepanjang ini juga karena banyak saya ngejelasinnya. Oke, sekarang mas gini aja dulu. Kita ketemu lagi di episode selanjutnya. Makasih udah nonton. Like and enjoy, subscribe to become a canon. I'm gonna see you in the next part of this game buat ending terakhir. Sama ada ekstra sih, ada satu mirror lagi yang bisa kita lihat, cuman kita tidak tahu tuh mirror siapa. Oke, kalau lagi masih udah nonton, dan udah.